Apologies for the black screen. My computer's being stupid, so we're using my phone. But I figured you can just close your eyes and visualize with me, for instance. And thank you for dealing with my cringe. Also, if you're page turning, again, less professional apologies. She heard Algos rise from his chair. Captain Sono? Han's head came up slowly, and his eyes narrowed as he faced the voice. A Kamasi. Algos, isn't it? A senator? Yes. Han staggered forward and almost fell down the stairs. He caught himself on the banister, made it down a couple more steps and slid his way around the curve, got his feet under him again, leapt the last few steps to the floor, and strode past Leia. With a grunt, he flopped down almost boneless into one of the chairs opposite Elagos. In the viewport's light, the rainbow of stains on Han's once white tunic was evident, as was the grime at cuffs, collar, and elbows. His boots were badly scuffed, his trousers wrinkled, and his hair utterly unkempt. He ran a hand over beard stubble, flashing dirty fingernails as he did so. I have a question for you, Elagos. If I can be of service. Han nodded as if his head were balanced on his spine instead of connected by muscle. I understand you Kamasis have memories. Strong memories. Leia extended a hand toward Elagos. Forgive me, Elagos. I learned about that from Luke, and I thought my husband... The Kamasi shook his head. I have no doubt you are all to be trusted with the information about our Memni. Momentous events in our lives create memories. We are able among our kind of a certain Jedi to transfer these memories, apologies. They have to be strong memories. Powerful ones. Yeah, the strong ones do stick around. Han focused somewhere between the wall and the edge of the view part. He fell silent for a moment, then fixed Elagos with a hard stare. So what I want to know is this. How do you get rid of them? How do you get them out of your head? The tortured tone of Han's voice drove a vibroblade through Leia's heart. Oh, Han. He held up a hand to keep her back. His expression sharpened. How do you do it, Elagos? The Kamasi lifted his chin. We cannot get rid of them, Captain Solo. By sharing them, we share the burden of them, but we can never be rid of them. Han snarled and curled forward in the chair, grinding the heels of his hands against his eyes. I'd tear them out if that would stop me from seeing. You know, I would. I really would. I can't stop seeing it. Seeing him. See it die. The man's voice sank to a bass rumble. Rough, raw, and ragged as a broken ferrocrate. There he was, standing there. He saved my son. He saved Anakin. He tossed him into my arms. Then when I saw him again, a gust of wind knocked him down, collapsed a building on top of him. But he got up. He was bloody and torn up, but he got up. On his feet. He got up and he raised his arms toward me. He raised his arms toward me so he could save him. The way he saved Anakin. Han's voice squeaked to silence. His larynx bopped up and down. I saw him. Don't you get it? I saw him standing there as the moon hit Serpentine. The air just combusted. He was standing there, roaring and screaming. The light turned him black, just a silhouette, then it ate into him. I saw his bones. They turned black too, then white. So white I couldn't watch, then... Nothing. Han swiped at his nose with a hand. My best friend. My only true friend. And I let him die. How am I supposed to live with that? How do I get that out of my head? Tell me. Algo's voice came softly, but with a strength that belied its gentle tone. What you remember is partly what you saw, and partly your fears. You see yourself as having failed him, and you think that's how he saw you at the last. But can't be sure. Memories are not always that clear. You don't know. You weren't there. No, but I have been in a similar situation. The Kamasi sank into a crouch, with his cloak pooling to the floor around him. First time I used a blaster, I shot 3 men. I watched them dance and collapse. I watched them die, and I knew I would carry that memory with me forever. The memory of me killing them. Then it was explained to me. The blaster had only been set to stun them. My belief was wrong, as perhaps is yours. Han shook his head defiantly. Chewie was my friend. He counted on me and I failed him. I do not believe you would see it that way. Han snarled. You don't know him. How would you know? Elgos laid a hand on the man's knee. I didn't know him, but I have known of him for decades. Even what you just told me now, that he saved your son, tells me how much he loved you. He couldn't love me. Chewie died hating me. I abandoned him. I left him there to die. His last thoughts were filled with hatred for me. No, Han, no. Leia dropped to her knees beside Han's chair and clutched his left forearm. You can't believe that. I was there, Leia. I was close to saving Chewie. And I failed. I left him there to die. Regardless of what you believe, Captain Solo, Chewbacca did not share that view. What? How can you know what he was thinking? The same way you will. The Kamasi blinked his violent eyes. He saved your son. In Chewbacca's eyes, Anakin saved you by piloting the Millennium Falcon's safety. Yet one more time, Chewbacca saved you, this time through your son. You don't know that now, but you will come to see that is the truth. When you relive this memory, think about that. As noble a hero as Chewbacca was, he could not have had anything but joy at knowing you survived. To think anything less demeans him. Han shot to his feet, pitching the chair over backward. How dare you? How dare you come into my home and tell me I'm demeaning my friend? What gives you the right? Elgo slowly rose and spread open hands before him. I apologize for any offense, Captain Solo. I've intruded on your grief. It was unthinkable. He bowed to Leia. My apologies to you as well. I shall leave you. Don't bother! Han stuck forward between them, then headed toward the door. 3PO, find out from Coruscant's constabulary which tapcasts lead the list for instant reports. Comlec me the list. Leia got up. Han, don't go. I'm going to be leaving soon. I know. Off to save the galaxy again. That's my Leia. He didn't turn to face her, just hunched his shoulders. I hope you have better luck. I failed to save even one person. And scene. Thank you.